And welcome back to Tailosive Tech Live, ladies and gentlemen, back on YouTube. We cannot forget YouTube. And before we start, I just wanted to give a special shout out to all the people who decided to go ahead and become YouTube members to support $5 a month. In case you don't know what that means, it means that your name turns green and you get that special sponsor badge next to your name. So we got Almost C. We've got Tech Rant, who was in the chat earlier. Lots of people, Nathan Mans, who has also become a YouTube member. Thank you guys, because these YouTube streams aren't going to be as long or as frequent as they used to be. Though when they are, I feel like it makes more sense for you guys that instead of super chatting every single question, we just have members that pay once a month, and then you're good. Your comments are much easier to read. They stand out in the chat. This is the first time, actually, we've done a live stream since the new channel members feature has started. Let's see how many people we've got already. We've got Samos, Hamza, Michael, Zach Talks Tech, Lil Ridge, Tommy, Anarud, Chris Norton, Ryan Hannaford, Hunter, of course, Almost See, Truth of Tech, Nathan Mans, Mediocre Tech, Jason On, Gabe, Hawkins, Keither, Ethan Merritt, Thomas, Nick Answeeney, of course, Fame TV, Nicolaj, Dinu, and TechGrant. All of you guys who became YouTube members, thank you seriously so much. And to all the people who may yet to be, please consider it. You might save yourself some super chat money while still be supporting the channel. Really helps us out. Anyway, NoPhone 1.0 says, "Hi, Mr. Applesheep. Say my name." I tried. I tried my best. Yes, there are more than one time zone in the world, people. I know this is hard to understand. I'm trying to imagine a day, maybe someday we'll get to a point where we can go live and people can not talk about the fact that there may be different time zones. How long will be live for? 30 on YouTube? Nathan, that appears to be the plan right now. That seems to be what's the best for our channel. So yeah, probably 30 minutes on YouTube, and then if we want to keep going, we may end up on Twitch. We'll see. I mean glitch. Sorry. I must have misspoke there. Yes, Null Phone. Thanks for becoming a new member. Thanks for joining the party. Now we got another YouTube member to join us. Your chats, and he's showing off the custom emojis we get. We got to make some more custom emojis. Basically, the more members we get, the more custom emojis we can add. So yes, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Edward Wood says, "I exists in all time zones." Nathan Mann says, "Sounds good." So yeah, for those of you who didn't know, YouTube can get very mad at you for promoting glitch. So that's why we're kind of keeping it on the DL, not bringing it up too much. Created a glitch account just to watch your videos. Well, thank you, Mediocre Tech. I appreciate that. I know a lot of people aren't familiar with Twitch or glitch, or they haven't used it very much. But it's much better for you guys in terms of getting your comments answered, and it's also much better for me as a creator. And the algorithm we've just discovered is not friendly to YouTube streams, but I don't care. I enjoy YouTube streams, so I'm just gonna keep doing them. Basically, how you do it is the join button on desktop, or on Android, it should be next to subscribe. Maybe it's not available in your country or something, but yeah, if you're looking for it, it'll be listed as join next to the subscribe button, just in case you're wondering. Everyone, okay, look, all the Samsung fanboys came back. I can talk about them now because we did a video on it. All right, so we got someone named Hilario who said Samsung is the best. You've convinced me. That's a really good argument, and I didn't think about that point. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so you know what the type of arguing this is? You know when I say juvenile, this is what I mean. As I mean, like, maybe two people are having a discussion. A lot of you guys watch me. Maybe you don't like Apple, maybe you do. But we're engaging in a discussion during the live stream, and the Samsung fanboy, this is how their brain works. They'll come into the discussion and just go, "Samsung's better," and then they'll run off. That's the equivalent of the discussion. It's not an insightful one. It's not a clever one. It's just, that's it. That's all they can do is make noises. I'm right. That's all they can do. So that's what I mean by Samsung fanboy. Yes, they exist. And now especially we're going to have a whole army of them headed towards my channel, as there's a video specifically about them. Let's see. It doesn't work on Internet Explorer. Use Chrome. Was someone using Internet Explorer? Really? Oh, my God. Viper's in the chat. What did he say? He said, "Me and you need to have a chat about streaming on Glitch. I tried today, and it's a headache doing it from a MacBook." Okay. I may be able to help you out with that. I don't know exactly what you stream with, but yeah, maybe we can talk about it sometime. Just keep yelling from the crowds. It makes you guys look so smart and look so right when you're just yelling from the street going, "Samsung's better." No one cares what you think. Just stop screaming. Maybe engage in an insightful discussion and say why you may like Samsung more, but don't just like shout at people because you're bored. You're just annoying and you're embarrassing yourself, honestly. Just stop. um, March point. If you press Option Shift K with a normal ABC QWERTY English keyword Mac, you can make this. Okay. Make the other custom emojis. It's not the same emoji. Keep that in mind. There's a slight difference. What do you think about Nokia? I'm not a fan. I don't buy their stuff. I've never owned a Nokia phone. I'm not too into it, but they're still kicking around doing stuff here and there, but I don't follow it. Not interested. I really wish Samsung would step up their game so Apple can step up their game. Competition brings out the best in companies. Yeah, and Apple doesn't have much to worry about when it comes to competition right now, especially knowing that they're the first $1 trillion company. No, Samsung is not a $300 trillion company to the genius out there who believed in that. You have to adjust currencies for inflation. It's kind of important. Nathan says, I'm old school, but hey, me wanting to be a member made me finally switch to Chrome. I figured out how to import my favorites. Okay. I mean, that's the great thing about browsers, people, is they're free. Do you use Safari or Chrome? Use both. I don't care. Like, it's already annoying that on YouTube, like, if you're uploading a video and then you open a different tab and you change YouTube accounts, now that original tab, even though it's still uploading, will break. The upload will not complete because you logged out of your account into a different tab. It breaks Google. So just for that reason alone, it makes way more sense for me to have Google Chrome open and Safari open at the same time. Mostly Safari for regular stuff, but Chrome also open so that I can upload things and not have to sign out and stuff like that. Well, thanks for super chatting, Noel Phone and Jeremy Smith. No comments, but we still appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully they don't get too comfortable. I agree. I want the competition to be rivaling that of Apple, and I think the Galaxy S10 might be something a little different than what we're expecting. If you're just expecting a slight variation on the S9. But I think that when Samsung gets desperate, we see some really, really interesting innovations, because when sales start tanking for them, that means they're going to try to do something really wild and creative. So maybe we'll start to actually see foldable phones that you can buy, or keyboards that are on the bottom and they curved up to the display up here, or remove stuff, I don't know, that more bezels, less bezels, I'm saying. Less chin, less forehead and stuff like that. That's when Samsung starts getting weird. So, anyway, let's say Nathan says, I use Internet Explorer at work. I work in a hospital as a anesthetist, and my charting program is from the 90s. Goodness. I hope they upgrade you soon. But at the same time, I can understand why the hospital would not want to use Windows 10, given they could be in the middle of something important and then just software update, and yeah, that'd be in trouble. Welcome a new member, DEM. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Help support us. Really appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Bradley Gilbert says, can you review a GoPro Hero 6? Sorry, Apple Sheep. I mean, why are you sorry? Why are you sorry? I mean, I really have no use for a GoPro. I've had several. My friend Ross, actually, he's in the Air Force right now, but he has a GoPro Hero 6. And I'm like, okay, I mean, maybe if I did more biking type video work, but I don't. So, I mean, I don't really have a use for it. I guess I could review it, but I mean, what's the big difference with the Hero 6? It's just cheaper. I'm not terribly invested into action sports cameras anymore. I used to. Back when we did like airsoft videos, we had to like stock up on GoPros and get as many GoPros as we could. But now, not really. We don't really have a need for them anymore. New member, Patrick Marino. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Really appreciate it. All right, let's make sure we don't miss out on the members. Do you find it difficult to manage 5 different YouTube channels? It's difficult isn't the word. It's more of a challenge. It's a fun challenge because I like the idea of making content across lots of different types of channels and a ranging amount of different content. Whereas IGTV, that's just difficult. IGTV is difficult. The YouTube channels, running lots of them, that's a challenge. That's like am I up for it? IGTV, that's just being difficult because that's not a better place to create content. It's just a harder place to create content with. Anyway, howdy, Drew. I've been watching you for about a year, and I'm glad to become a supporting member. Thank you, DEM. Hope you enjoy the badge, and hopefully I can read your comments a bit more closely. Safari is my daily driver. Mine too. If I'm only using one browser, I always go Safari, but sometimes you need to upload something and you don't want to sign out of your account. In that case, Google Chrome is actually a bit more helpful. What do you think about the Note 9? Sounds boring. Not interested. I don't really... Is anyone excited for the Note 9? Why should you be? It's literally just Snapdragon 845 stereo speakers. Oh my God, they put the fingerprint reader where it should have been the whole time. Oh my God. It's amazing. Yeah, I know. I'm not terribly into it. They upgraded us to these terrible Dell workstations. This says Nathan. I used Windows on my iMac, but some things still won't port over. They should make Safari for Windows. I think maybe just stop using Windows, especially if it's XP. I'm amazed there's still people today using Internet Explorer. My goodness. I thought that was a meme. It was a dead meme that Internet Explorer was old. It was dead. Note 9 is going to be one of the smallest ever incremental Galaxy upgrades of all time. It's going to be the tiniest amount of changes we've ever seen. Ugh. Okay. What do you think the rumors about a curved iPad Pro for 2018? Was that a rumor? I've never seen that. I've never once seen that. I guess there's Linux. Yeah. Can't we not talk about anything Apple related? I mean, dude, come on. What is this channel? That's all the people want to talk about on the platform. All the most viewed tech videos are all about how iPhones are this or Apple is this, or if a new Galaxy phone comes out, you have to mention, the Samsung fanboys have to bring up why it's better than an iPhone. They can't just accept the fact that there's a new phone. That's not enough. Okay, so someone named, I think, Thanos is saying, I'm getting a Note 9. I said, why are you excited for it? Tell me why we should be excited for the Note 9. In differences to the Note 8, you're getting a faster CPU, a new fingerprint reader placement because the last one was god-awful, and stereo speakers? You're excited for that? That's it? I mean, like, what? Did you know the iPhone SE stands for Special Edition? That's why there is no 2. I did, actually. I've talked about that on this stream many times. Hey, Micah says, for some reason I can't choose between waiting for the new iPad or the Microsoft Go. Well, your luck, Micah, because hopefully we'll be covering the Microsoft Go pretty quickly here. We've ordered it. It's on the way. We'll be reviewing the Microsoft Surface Go as well as the Pixelbook on this channel, which you guys know I've had a lot of thoughts on the Pixelbook. But after that Google ad, I had to get my hands on it myself just because I need to play that PUBG Mobile. Spending $1,000 so you can play a mobile game, you ask? That sounds like a bad idea. Note 9. Shipping, going to be the exclusive Android phone with Fortnite. So if anyone out there is buying the phone exclusively because it runs Fortnite, my God. Jeez. Yeah, Andrew, schools and hospitals should use Mac products. They would probably save money in the long run. Macs last longer, and organizations get discounts and trade upgrades. I would even say iPads. They should port over those apps to iPads. They'd be a lot cheaper for hospitals and schools and organizations. I ultimately think it would be more optimized. They'd be more reliable because you would not be interrupted by random software updates or crashes. Yeah, I'd say iPad's the way to go. Oh, of course, there's the yellow pen. I'm sorry. The yellow pen changes everything. The yellow pen is the reason the Note 9 is exciting. This changes everything. The good thing about Macs is that for PC users that also want to use Mac can use Boot Camp Assistant to use Windows. I nearly use Boot Camp only to use Windows 10 Edition and Xbox. Yeah, I use Windows 10 on our gaming channel because games run better on Windows 10. Windows 10 is terrible, but games do run better on it. So when we're doing our gaming live streams, it makes more sense that we boot camp our iMac Pro into Windows 10 mode. So that's what we do. It's actually Windows 10 on my iMac Pro has been more reliable than Windows 10 on any of the PCs I've bought. Every single PC I've bought has had Windows 10 annoyances or problems. With the iMac Pro, it's been okay. There's bugs here and there, but for the most part, it's been fine. You didn't react to the Notch family? What about the Notch family? The fact that that doesn't exist? And it's the equivalence of saying, you're stupid. Apple's better than Samsung, and you like Samsung, so you're stupid. Did I convince you? No, I didn't. So, why are we doing it? Why are we attempting this? This is silly. This is stupid. I don't like that type of argument status, just roasting people and just making fun of them because they exist. Okay, like, are you going to make fun of the fact that the Galaxy has curved displays now? Be like, no, that doesn't distort anything, and then you show a picture of someone with a distorted face. That's not an accurate review of the phone. You're just taking something that doesn't exist and pretending it exists and then making fun of that thing. It's just silly. Welcome, new member Tim R. Thanks for joining the YouTube member game. So many members, and also SD Seb. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Really appreciate it. So many of you guys joining in. I love the dab emoji. It's great. Cam Williams says games run better in Windows 10, but my life runs better on Mac OS. Hey, Cam, well put. Actually, really well put. That makes sense. I need Windows 10 for gaming stuff, but it's not because I enjoy Windows 10. I feel like that's the main reason people like Windows is because some third party optimizes their apps for Windows. It's not ever about Windows itself. It can never just be Windows is a good operating system standalone. It's Windows is good because I can get Steam, or Windows is good because it runs games, or Windows is good because I can get this 3D modeling software, or I can get this software. And that's the reason people keep going to Windows. Whereas Mac OS, there's literally built-in first-party apps that keep me using it, whether it's iMessage in the cross between texting on my Mac, and there's Final Cut, and there's AirDrop. There's things actually built into macOS that make macOS worth it, where Windows 10, the only reason people like it is because it supports some third-party app that runs on that. Both Apple and Samsung have their benefits and issues. Yes, Tim R., I agree with you. But we shouldn't make fun of each other for preferring one over the other. I don't like having a chin on my phone. That's why I like my iPhone 10. That may not be important to you, and you may not like the notch, so get a Galaxy, you know. It works out. Let's see. Nathan's telling us more about this hospital. Hershey Medical Center uses all Apple products. They have iPads for nurses, patients, and children, and a fully integrated mobile charging system. It saves so much time. Wow. That does sounds like time. I'm not making fun of. Did you saw the notch ad from Samsung? Which one? You have to be more specific. There's about 3 of them, and yes, I've seen them all. Good dabbing, SD. Tech Grant says, I really don't get the whole notch family thing, although it would have been funny if Apple would have come out with a commercial with a family holding grenades that say Samsung on them. Dude. Okay. Yeah, like if we're going to roast each other, that would be the perfect return roast. But Samsung, that's the thing, though. Samsung's bitter losers. They were upset that people were making the Note 7 bomb thing into a meme. People were making mods in like Counter-Strike where you could throw the Note 7 at people and it would explode. And Samsung said, you need to take that down. That's insensitive. That's not funny. So Samsung can't take a joke, but they'll give a joke. Yeah, I don't get it either. Makes no sense. Car salesman slaps Samsung in genius heads. This bad boy can fit a lot of old primitive ports. Are they primitive? Is USB-C primitive, though? Lucas Fan said, what changes would you like to see on the Apple Watch 4? I'm fine with just the larger display thing. I'm up for that. Like, we've had the same display. Just a design upgrade. Make it thinner. Maybe don't make it thinner. Just as long as the display's bigger. I'm fine with that. Just a design change, because functionally we're fine now. DE says, I left Windows after multiple problems with Vista and became a Mac OS boy and never looked back. Good for you. Hope it works out. What do you think about Jerry Rig Everything? I don't watch his stuff, but he's a perfectly decent YouTuber. Nothing wrong with him. Nothing against him. I'm not into durability tests. That's just not my personal preference. My whole argument is whether or not your iPhone scratches at a 7 or scratches at a 5, just be nice to it. You shouldn't be watching drop tests or watching durability tests and then go, oh, so I can drop my phone like that. Or, oh, so I can put my keys on my phone but not my kitchen knives. I just think you should be nice to your phone. If you're clumsy and you drop it a lot, get a case. And if you don't want a case, then just be nice to it. Don't rub your keys on it. Don't rub screws on it. Don't take scratch things to it. I'm just like, who cares? If it scratches at 9 or it scratches at 3, just be nice to the phone. You shouldn't watch the durability and then decide, okay, I'll drop keys on my phone now. Yeah, I don't get it. Tim says, I've used Windows my entire daily lifetime, but Windows 10 drove me to Mac. Haven't touched one since high school. Almost 20 years. Yeah, I mean, I've given Windows so many chances, guys. You gotta believe. I've bought a Mac and then I bought a PC and then it sucked, so I had to go back to my Mac. So then I tried to buy another PC and it sucked so bad that I had to go back to the Mac again. So I've similarly many times have been like, okay, this isn't working, but I'm investing money in it. Okay, so that I hope can be proof to you guys that like I'm invested in this to the point that I'm losing money. I am losing my hard-earned money when Windows fails. So I'm not looking for Windows to fail. I don't want Windows to fail, yet it keeps failing for me. So that's my incentive to keep going back to a Mac, because I've just always had good experiences with it. Not USB-C, SD cards and headphone jacks. Yeah, micro SD card. I don't like that mindset of your phone storage is full. Time to open it up and put in a micro SD card that you can't put apps on, just files. So it's not actually the storage. It's just photo and video storage, but we have the cloud for that. I don't know. I hope you remember me from Babyface Drew when you have 10 million subs. Remember all of us OG members. It's very easy, actually. I've got a special section on YouTube that just lists all the members. So, yes, I got a list of you. Samsung 10 years later makes a commercial about how the S20 is better than the iPhone. They need 10 years to become better than an iPhone. Yeah, really. It probably won't. They'll probably cancel the S line and change to something else. I personally use both Android and iOS and enjoy both. Good for you, Tim. All the better to you. I had my phone for years, and it hasn't had a single crack yet. I've never cracked an iPhone, which is nice to know. And I hope to keep it that way, best I can. It breaks my heart to see brand new iPhone drop tested. Such a waste. Yeah, I'm mad about that because drops I've discovered on phones are so based on the situation. They are never consistent in a specific way. Like, it depends on how the phone hits the ground, what type of ground it's hitting. I've seen people drop like their iPhone. Not seen it, but I've had people tell me they dropped their iPhone from like 10 feet and it didn't break. And I've also had people say they dropped their phone from 6 inches and it cracked. It's just, there's so many variables that the idea of just doing one test where you drop them both and it's like, oh, look, they cracked. Of course they did. It's glass. Don't do that. You know, like, even if you watch a video of a Samsung phone being dropped from 5 feet and it doesn't crack, that does not mean you can go ahead and start throwing your Samsung phone around. It doesn't, that shouldn't affect your decision. That's all I'm saying. Ugh. Samsung cloth dryer is better than S9 dabs. I love the use of the dab emoji. It's beautiful. Oh, yeah, Jonathan Morrison. I need to contact him. We were going to do a collaboration video of some sort. What do you think the future of smartphones will be? Well, like Steve Jobs said, I don't know, and that's what makes it so interesting, is we don't know where it's going. So, but if I was to give you a direct answer, I would probably say less bezels, no notch. Things are going to get thinner. All the cameras are going to start looking even more alike. They already look alike. They look very, very alike, but they're going to get even more alike. They'll get cheaper. The cheaper ones will be decent, and the more expensive ones won't really be worth it. And things will get thinner, and like I said, displays will get bigger and bezels will get smaller. But more of the same, really. There's not going to be some giant new addition to the smartphone game that's going to change everything, other than other accessories like wearables, like glasses or smart rings and stuff like that. Let's see. I've collaborated with MKBHD before, but I assume he's probably busy. He's probably not interested in doing one right now. He's doing a lot of stuff right now. What will the price of the new cheapest iPhone be? Most likely $700, though we could be wrong. So I'm going to guess $700, which is not, I know, it's not budget in the grand scheme of the market. It's just budget in regards to the other iPhones that came out. If people can spend $1,000 on PC gaming, then they can buy a MacBook or iMac. I agree. Drew, did you grow up with Apple or Android? Always Apple. In the family. That's why there's all these Macintosh products back here. I didn't even know there were PCs until I started going to my friends' houses. And I was like, oh, wait, you cannot have a Mac? I didn't get that. But do you think you might return to the MacBook Pro for mobile video editing? It would be rather difficult because I don't have one. But I guess TechRant also said, would you ever buy another MacBook Pro? Look at that. All the sponsors teamed up and answered like, they all asked like relevant questions to each other all at the same time. That was trippy. Dang. I don't have a need to buy one because I'm not editing on the go anymore. I used to. Back when I was in the attic, I needed to edit something at home and then take it somewhere else to upload it or take it to a coffee shop because I had no friends to hang out with. I was home alone all the time, so I wanted to go hang out and be in public and be with other people. Now I'm with my friends all the time, and I'm a bit more social, and except when I am being social and I am go out with my fiance and we have a good time, I don't want to bring work with me. So it makes the most amount of sense that for our Blackmagic footage and the processing power we need, that we just keep using the iMac and the iMac Pro. That works fine. That's fine. Apple user, thank you for donating. Do you think that maybe the iPhone 10 Plus will have a 512 gig? I don't, because I don't think a phone needs a 512 gig. Even if the Note 9 has it, I'm like, okay, like good luck filling that with your 5-minute 4K at 60 record limit. So yeah, I don't think they'll need a 512. I have a 512 on my iPad Pro, and that like totally not worth it. I shouldn't have bought that. I should have got the cheaper one. I'd be happy when my Apple Watch is my iPhone that projects a holographic screen. It will happen one day. It will with the glasses. It's not in the way you were envisioning, but yeah, that's basically what's going to happen. AR glasses will allow you to view holographic technology on your watch or on your phone and stuff like that. That's basically, it's not that far away. Null Phone says Linus Tech Tips. Okay. Yes, he is a YouTuber. He exists. Imagine Android had a PC software too dank from Is that dank? I grew up only with iMacs, MacBooks, iPod Touches, iPads, and iPhones. Pretty much me too, yeah. I can relate. Let's see how long we've been streaming for. So, while we're hitting 30-minute mark, and I hope you guys can understand this, YouTube algorithm does not like live streams for my channel, but the live stream is not ending. Remember? Keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. We're not ending the live stream. The live stream is simply moving to a different place, a place that is better for you guys because you're going to get your comments answered more easily. If you have Amazon Prime, you could become like a YouTube member here for free. Costs you nothing. You can support the channel for free over there, get your comments read, and interact more lively on this different site that is unrelatedly being linked into the chat, Rhymes with Glitch. We're going to wrap up the YouTube stream here, and we're going to move our streams over there. And if you like watching live content like this, we go live on Glitch every single day for almost an hour every single day, okay? So see you in a better place. Yeah, we're not dying, though. We're just going to say, see you in a better... Oh, Garlix also says, what is the future of iPod Touch? I got just a refurb. It's going to die, Garlix. It's going to die very quickly because they don't need single-purpose devices anymore. iPhones are outselling them. That's why iPods died. So I'm going to spam in the chat again where the live stream is moving. We're going to be moving over there in just a couple seconds, literally just a couple seconds away. This stream is ending, but... That's just on YouTube. Let's go to a better streaming site for live content. See you there.